This is Kam Kelly. Welcome to another Devil Talk. And this week, as always, joined by Brent Pope.
Hey, nice to be here.
Do you know what we need for you? We need a catchphrase.
Yeah,
because every week, I say the same thing, you say the same thing. Joined by Brent Pope.
You want me to say something different?
I could come to you, I could go, joined by Brent Pope, and you could go, shine my head, Cam.
It's
a good catchphrase.
It is. It's almost like, I guess get the idea of just being under the car bonnet when you say that there, like I'm doing some things, but anyhow, I don't even know where we're going with that one.
Let's probably best not to go anywhere. And this week joined by Jamie Vanderveeken. How you doing, Jamie?
I'm doing great.
Now, will we say you're the newest signing and the newest import?
Yeah, you know, I got here December 23rd, and I don't think we've made any other signings that I know of.
And you enjoying it?
Yeah, I have. That's great.
Yeah, we were talking earlier about Cardiff as a city, and you're settling in and just loving it.
Yeah, I mean, everybody right from the fans to the local people around, everybody's been polite and nice. It's made an enjoyable place to be so far.
And you've got yourself the perfect flat, or I don't know, would you call it an apartment or a condo?
Yeah, apartment.
Apartment. Is it equidistant between the bay and town?
Yeah, it's perfect. It's pretty much right in between. The best of both worlds.
Of course you do. Good. And why shouldn't you? Settling in at the Devils, enjoying yourself?
Yeah. Class act. You know what I mean? The organization's been great. It's a good group of guys, and it makes it fun to go to work every day.
Okay. And how does it compare to the club that you were playing at before?
Leaps and bounds ahead of them. You know, I'm real glad I made the move. Yeah. All the way from Italy. It's been nothing but great since I got here.
What's the ice hockey scene like in Italy?
You know, it's not really big. We come here, we got, 2,000 fans backing you up at a home game. You know, it certainly helps out and gets you energized out there. Whereas in Italy, you just didn't have that support.
You've also got a fair few fans who are willing to do the miles as well after the 3 Scotland games. The Red Army followed you right up there, didn't they? Yeah,
we had tremendous support. That's a long trip, and it really paid off. And us guys, we tried to go that extra mile to please our fans, and getting them 6 points that weekend was huge. And I think our fans did have a big play in that, because 3 games in 3 nights, you tend to get a little tired, come on Sunday, and we think about them fans making the long trip to be there and cheer us on and support us out there. So it makes you go that extra mile just to have them out there.
Well, I think Jamie came in on the December 23rd game, and we were just talking about it. That was the red out the rink, a big match against Sheffield to get us through to what was last night, the first leg of the Challenge Cup semifinals. So he's fortunately he's seen probably some of the best attended games so far this year. But there's no doubt that the fans making a difference last night when we're 3 imports down. And then, as he's mentioning, about those Scotland journeys as well. Those 1-goal games that we win up there in Scotland. A lineup that's probably, Jamie's probably been the best statement from the club over the last month or so about when we had a lineup that was maybe struggling with injuries. Mark Smith been out all year, and then Jamie coming in and being a part of us now for the second half of the season. It's given us that springboard to really be the difference and make the difference, and hopefully last night's just another platform to build from.
All right, so just so you're aware, we record this on a Thursday morning, which means last night it was the first leg of the Challenge Cup semi-final between the Cardiff Devils and the Belfast Giants. Final score there, 2-1 to the Devils. Your perspective from being on the ice, I know what it was like from up in the stands, and it was an amazing night, it was an amazing game. Your perspective from the ice, everyone happy with their performance last night?
Yeah, we were really happy to come out on top. Everybody was battling out there real hard, and after the game we had a good talk. Gee, gave us praise for working hard and coming together and coming out on top. So all around, I think everybody was happy with the outcome.
It was compared, in my opinion, to the Belfast Giants. The Devils game was a lot more fluid. There just seemed to be, you seemed to connect more as a team than they did. And but we've seen that before, but unfortunately the scoreline hasn't reflected it. So it's kind of nice to see the 2-1 victory last night.
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes you get those games where you're just not getting the bounces and you're playing well. But like you said last night, we played a sound hockey game, and everybody played their position well and did their job, and it certainly paid off for us.
And there were no fights. No. There were a couple of little scuffles, but there weren't any grudges last night. Or were there? Were things said? Do you think there'll be any sort of scuffles or any throwdowns on the return visit on the second leg or not?
There was a lot of chirping going on out there. A few guys getting after it. They got a couple gritty guys, and they're going to be coming out pretty hard when they get to their home barn. And you know, you never know if you're going to see a scrap or not. But with the Challenge Cup being on the line and going to the finals, I think guys are a little timid out there to take penalties and put the other team on the power play, you know, especially when they're close games.
Nottingham was there last night. Coach Corey Nielsen and Rick Strachan, the assistant coach with the Panthers. So they're, you know, fancying their chances of trying to get through to the final cup competition. So they're having a look at both Cardiff and Belfast last night and just seeing how both teams play. But you know, as Jamie says, you really run the risk in a one-off scenario, or it's a over 2 games of getting yourself into penalty trouble. But you know, Belfast has played a pretty gritty game against us all year, and they do have a couple guys in Lloyd and O'Keefe that are guys that are game and willing, and I actually quite like that about Belfast's game. They play that more determined style. They've always been kind of a free-running team, but they've got a little bit more of that element this year. But so do we, you know, and you know, it's nice to see Brad Voth back in the lineup, although he didn't play last night. You know, another sort of 9 days away, he could be healthy, and not to, you know, say Brad Voth's the only guy that would be involved, but his presence alone, I think, is an important thing for us in that second leg, and an important thing just for our team, just for morale, and just keeping ourselves going in the right direction, you know, to finish this year.
Before the trip to Belfast and before the second leg of the Challenge Cup semi-final, obviously we've got Saturday to focus on, which sees the Cardiff Devils take on the Hull Stingrays, first of all at home on Saturday, then away on Sunday. We're going into this with much confidence? Yeah.
You know, we're rolling right now. Everybody's playing well. You know, we're 8-2-2 in our last 12 games. It's we're feeling confident, and we're playing well right now. And I think we're going to carry it on into the weekend. And you know, a nice little home and home here, and you know, keep our game simple and play like we've been playing. And you know, I got a good feeling we're going to get out of the weekend with 4 points.
But the Hull Stingrays bring with them Derek Campbell.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. Derek Campbell, who's, you know, in fairness to Derek Campbell, not only is he, he's putting up points this year, though, too.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he's got about 40 points, but he's just one of those guys that I think fans always enjoy coming and watching, because he plays with a burr in his saddle. He's always got some sort of issue, either with himself or anybody else in general. And so I hope he brings a little bit of entertainment, because, you know, that sort of gives us a little extra bang for our buck.
It really does, you know, because sometimes you can go and you can watch a game and you can think, I've got respect for every player out there, and both teams, they're both playing extremely well, but it's nice to have a villain. Yeah. It's nice to have a villain. It's nice to look down. It becomes panto. Have you noticed whenever he gets the puck, the whole place boos? You expect them to go, it's behind you, sunshine. They all boo.
Well, it's good. It's good that, and I think our fans particularly, it doesn't take them too much to ignite and to get sort of behind a cause, or to be supporting of our own team, or to obviously have that chant, or that, you know, unified approach against one of the other team's players. But hopefully it is. I mean, not to put any pressure on anybody or Derek in particular, but I think Derek's just naturally one of those guys that just loves to compete, and he's pretty game though too, you know. So it'll be an interesting what he brings to the Bay on Saturday.
Have you had any sort of on the ice fallouts yet?
No, I haven't had.
Keeping yourself clean, keeping yourself nice.
Anything yet? You know, we've been pretty well short-handed on our back end, and it makes it tough. But you know, I love a good tussle.
Is there any opposition player that has riled you that you've thought to yourself, right, next time I see you, you're going down, sunshine?
I had a pretty good chat with Keith, so we'll see what happens next time we go up to Belfast.
Brilliant, good. Well, you know, stay safe. I don't know whether that was patronising or kids' TV. I'm not sure. It was one of the two.
No. The thing is I guess you can't really talk about it too much. I mean, these things just sort of happen. You know, that's the sort of excitement I think that people really enjoy about a good scrap.
It was one of those games last night. I think the atmosphere was kind of electric. Back to the first leg of the Challenge Cup semi-final. It actually didn't need it. It was just, I think the game carried itself totally, and it was a brilliant performance by all involved. So congratulations on that. Going forward, we wish you the best of luck. Obviously, on the second leg of the Challenge Cup semi-final, when you do head out to Belfast, and we wish you the best of luck this coming Saturday against the Hull Stingrays as well.
Great, thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
It's our pleasure.